All right, guys, Gary back for a legal tip on the duty of loyalty. We're going to talk about that. But first, let me remind you that tickets have gone on sale for the first ever South Carolina Real Estate Success Summit. We're going to bring in 9 of the best coaches in the country to come to you and talk to you about the future of sales and marketing in real estate. This is the kind of event that you'd have to go to an Inman Select. You'd have to fly to Vegas. You have to go to New York to get. We're bringing that talent here to you for a one-day only event on April 7th. So the links are above and the links are below. So don't hesitate to sign up because tickets are going to sell out very quick. We are limited on the number of tickets. So you 100% want to go ahead and get signed up for that because it's going to be an incredible opportunity to get some of the top coaches, top minds in real estate all here under one roof to talk to you about real estate. You don't want to miss that. Now, let's talk about the duty of loyalty. As most of you know, we have a duty of loyalty under our statute. In South Carolina, under 4057, we have the duties of obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accounting, and reasonable care. If you're not in South Carolina, I would venture to say every state has a real estate licensing law, and somewhere in that licensing law, I would pretty much bet there's a discussion about the duty of loyalty to your client. And so we need to talk about that because what I'm seeing is a lot of agents getting into it with each other over this duty of loyalty. We need to understand that our duty of loyalty means that we have to do what our client directs us to do, even if we think it's stupid, even if we think they're wrong, even if we don't like we think it's maybe unethical on their behalf that they're doing that, right? If it doesn't violate the law, you have to follow the directions of your client. Or if it doesn't violate your code of ethics, if it violates your code of ethics or it violates your law, then you have a right to say, no, I don't want to do that. I can't do that. But otherwise, you have to do it. You're not their mama. You're not their daddy. You're not here to make decisions for them. You're here to advise them, advocate, and counsel for them. And then they can make all the dumb decisions they want to make. That's their business. It's not yours. And so what I've seen recently is when an agent follows the directions of their client, the other agent gets mad at the first agent saying, I don't agree with you doing that. I think it's wrong. Well, they have a duty. The first agent has a duty of loyalty with their client, and they have to do what their client directs unless what their client directs them is a violation of state law or federal law, maybe something like a discrimination issue, or it makes the agent violate the code of ethics. Otherwise, the agent has to do what their client says. So we need to understand that when we are negotiating and getting mad, that we have to understand that that other agent may have their hands tied because they are doing exactly what their client told you to do. So perhaps we don't need to get so mad at each other as agents and realize that if my client expects that agent and that client to do something and that agent and that client doesn't want to do it, perhaps it's because that client has told their agent, we're not doing that, and giving them other directions. And they have a duty of loyalty to follow the directions of their client, again, unless it violates state federal law. And so we're getting to this point in our industry. I know inventory is short. I know that prices are high. And I know it's a very contentious type of a time right now in real estate because of this. But let's keep focused on the fact that each of us have a duty of loyalty to do what our client says and understand that oftentimes it's not the agent that's driving this, that as much as an agent may say, I think you should do this because we've kind of already agreed to this, and even though it's not in writing, it's the right thing to do. If the other part, if their client says, I don't care if it's the right thing to do, I'm not doing it, I'm going to do this, we have to follow the direction of our client. Even if we think what the client's doing is wrong, not what we would do, a bad decision, as long as it doesn't violate law or make us violate our code of ethics, we have no choice but to do that. So hopefully that'll help you guys get along a little bit better. Hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and see you at the summit.